name is Dr. Film, and no, I'm not qualified to be a doctor. Before we begin, you should know that this review will contain no spoilers. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for reviews and more. And you should also know that I'm not exactly what you'd call a hardcore Hunger Games fan. Meaning that I haven't read the novels, but I have seen the first two movies, The Hunger Games and The Hunger Games Catching Fire. And so, without further ado, let's take a look at The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Cast and characters.
For this category, let's first take a look at our main character, Coriolanus Snow, played by Tom Blythe. And honestly, I think he did a pretty good job portraying a young I'm gonna call him Cornelius, because that sounds pretty easy to pronounce.
Relax.
Anyways, as I was saying, his character was moving and captivating. As you find yourself rooting for this character, you would find yourself sad to realize that Cornelius is slowly becoming a villain. A villain that you're scared to see becoming real. And as for our second protagonist, we have Lucy Gray Bird, played by Rachel Zegler, who you may recognize from Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. I find this character Lucy quite captivating and intriguing than I expected. She was charming, relatable, and she sings pretty good. Furthermore, as soon as you see our two main protagonists meeting each other for the first time, that's when you become invested in their story. And I just gotta say it, the chemistry between these two was so freaking touching and believable. And that's no easy feat. As for the rest of the cast, I think each of these actors did very well with their roles. Especially Viola Davis, who plays the evil Dr. Gao, the head game maker of the Hunger Games. Bro, despite the screen time she has in this movie, she freaking scares me. And honestly, after seeing her performance in this movie, I can't see any other actress replacing Viola Davis. I mean, she was that good.
Mr. Snow, let me ask you one final time. What are the Hunger Games for?
What was the question?
What are the Hunger Games for?
I don't know.
What are the Hunger Games for?
Come on, Christopher. Here's your moment. Here's your moment.
Action and music.
Now, as soon as we get to the Hunger Games, aka the action, it was so worth the wait. It was intense, gripping, visceral, and freaking chilling. Especially when you see Lucy trying to evade all the tributes trying to kill her. It was sick. It was intense. It was freaking hardcore. As for the music was pretty well composed. I swear, there are moments where the music shines in this film, especially scenes with Rachel Zegler. For instance, without revealing any spoilers, there was a scene near the end of The Hunger Game where you see Lucy and she starts to sing. And the moment she sings, man, the score was, oh my gosh, the score was, dude, I was hypnotized. I couldn't keep my eyes off of the screen. The music, the cinematography, Rachel Zegler's singing performance, it was all done so well. And I was so close to tearing up, man. I was so close. Why can't I cry?
You are one pathetic loser.
Let's move on.
The story.
Now granted, the whole dystopian story concept has been done before in other movies, such as Maze Runner, The Giver, you name it. But I think what gave this story an advantage was its central focus on Cornelius and Lucy's relationship. And to be fair, it was interesting to see how the Hunger Games started in the first place. But as soon as we get to the second half of this movie, right after the Hunger Game, that's when I slowly lose interest in this movie. That's when everything gets completely rushed. The relationship, the development of our main character, even the tone of the second half of the movie felt completely different from the first half. Honestly, it felt like I was watching a different movie entirely. Again, without revealing any major spoilers, all I can say is that what's left of these 50 minutes or so could have easily filled a whole other movie. And it begs the question, why didn't they make a part 2? What? Were they afraid of dividing up the fan base again if they released another part 2, like they did with Mockingjay Part 2? Is that what happened here? Huh?
Are you okay?
Stop asking me if I'm okay! I'm still recovering from my sickness, man. It's a cruel winter!
Sure, no problem.
Overall, my friends, this movie was pretty good. The music was great, the Hunger Games were exciting, and you gotta give it to our main 2 leads who carry this movie all the way through. But then again, like most movies, it's got some flaws. Personally, I think it would have been fine if they made 2 parts, one focusing on the Hunger Games, and one focusing on the relationship and the development of our main character becoming a villain. But in here, it feels like the writers squeezed in 2 stories in this one movie. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's squeezed in. But despite the issues this film has, I still thought this film was worth a watch. And for those who haven't seen this film yet, I recommend checking it out. And let me know what you think. With all that said, I give The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, an 8 out of 10. Well guys, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And please follow me on Instagram for updates on my channel. And you can also follow me on TikTok for trailer reactions and more. And as always, I will see you guys at our next appointment.